All right, who are you?
Hi, I'm Alex. I don't know. Oh God, no, I can't.
Are you an elderly prostitute who I pay to hang out with me?
Yeah, lots of dollars
So-
for exchange.
Oh yeah, totally. So you worked on the movie. That's
Yes.
how we met.
Yes.
Mark and
Pool toy.
Mon Pool Toy, yeah, and Mark and Jess were like, this girl Alex is gonna come help, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ. And then you just haven't left me alone since, so I was just like, fuck, fine. You wanna go see a movie? Like, will that stop you from stalking me?
And I've just been a problem in your life ever since.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, you did gift me two things.
I did.
You gifted me Donatello, which is my favorite Ninja Turtle, and then this
More
one I'm not sure about. I don't know how
How to
this,
take this?
yeah, I don't know how this works.
It's your honorary slut.
I appreciate that. My slut days are over. I'm not as slutty as I used to be.
Wow.
So many gentlemen callers I had. All right, so we went to the 35th anniversary of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
And how old were you 35 years ago?
I was not born yet.
Exactly. Motherfucker. Yeah, so it's because I was telling you we were eating beforehand that, like, I remember that I've talked about this movie a bunch of times before, but, like, when you were, like, what was the thing growing up that you were, like, when you were a kid? Like, was it, like, Pokemon or something?
Well, the first thing that came out that I remember was the Super Mario movie.
93.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I must have seen that on VHS,
Mm-hmm.
but that was a big deal when I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I said to you, because there's a little documentary before the movie, and they show the deleted ending of that they were gonna have, where April and Danny are trying to sell the comic book company on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic book, and he's like, it's a little too far-fetched. But the end credits of Mario Brothers, the two Goomba brothers go to pitch their video game idea that's supposed to be like the Super Goomba Brothers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they just used that over there.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. And also found out that they shot this whole thing in 7 weeks, which is insane.
Yes, yep. Yeah.
Holy crap.
In North Carolina, I think, is where they shot most of it at. Which, like, and it was a lot of, like, non-union stuff too. That's how Brandon Lee got killed. Was because they also shot in North Carolina with a very, like, limited, the crew was very, very limited on experience, stuff like that, and that's how that happened. Yeah, I forgot, like, obviously, I've seen this movie a million times. As weird as this, it's in my top 5 favorite comic book movies of all time, and I think it might be in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I was telling you on the way out that, like, we saw it 5 times when it came out, and I just kept telling the day it came out, my mom said we will go and see it on that Friday night, opening night, after she gets home from work. So that was the longest day of my life, because I was just like, fuck, is it 6 o'clock yet? Like, is it time to, see the Ninja Turtles? Actually, we didn't say fuck. I said damn after this movie a lot, though. And then after that, I told, like, aunts and uncles and babysitters, like, no, they haven't gotten a chance to go see it yet. We've been so busy. So I was playing travel baseball and travel street hockey at the time. So I went and saw it 5 times. And eventually the jig was up. But yeah, this was huge for me. Ninja Turtles was like we had Star Wars, and then the summer of '89 Batman came out, and that was a phenomenon. But Ninja Turtles, like, covered, like, everything. It was a cartoon, the breakfast cereal, toothpaste, pajamas. Like, it's like this memory that's burned into my head is when I was in 1st grade for Halloween. All the kids would go out into the courtyard of the school, like, all the grades, and they would all be wearing their costumes, and the principal would stand in the middle. He's like, all right, everybody's a vampire, run to the middle. And then when he said, okay, everybody who's a turtle, please don't kill me. And it was like every kid, and I remember that as clear as day, like every kid ran to the middle. Yeah, so, but I discovered the Turtles in 87. And then it wasn't until, like, 89 that I was given the comic books that they're based on. And the comic book is very dark. very like violent, very bloody, a lot of cursing and stuff like that in it.
Whoa.
And that's what this movie is based on, that run of the comic book. And Eastman and Laird, two dudes, they're geniuses. They literally created a company called Mirage Studios because it didn't actually exist. They borrowed money from one of the guy's girlfriend's uncles or something like that, and they just so happened to put out this book at the perfect time in the 80s, 84 the first one came out, of black and white, more adult indie comics. And then, from there, a toy company was like, I bet you we could do something with this. And that came in that perfect time of like the rude dude era of the 90s and all that kind of slime and all that kind of stuff. So it was like I was in that perfect bubble of those, and I had all the action figures and yeah, I was a big fucking Ninja Turtle nerd. And I still have the poster for this movie, the original one, framed in my living room or in my kitchen. And the closest I ever got was Kevin Eastman. He was doing there's a band called Twisted. They're the offshoot of the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I used to be with that other show, we were guests of Astronomicon in Michigan, which is owned by the dude from Twisted. They wanted me to write a video game based on the band, where like every level would be like a different one of their albums, and like one of them's like an angel or something like that. But Kevin Eastman was going to draw all the backgrounds for it. So I there was a short period of time where he and I were emailing back and forth on that, and it literally fucking like literally just thinking about it now gave me goosebumps, because it was such an important thing when I was a kid. So it's cool when you get that opportunity to like, just like get somewhat tangentially close to it. But yeah, so again, you didn't grow up with Ninja Turtles.
No,
I'm doing all the talking.
It's fine.
No.
No, I didn't grow up with Ninja Turtles. I mean, the thing is, I grew up in Oregon, and I grew up in, we didn't have cable.
Okay.
So I grew up with weird shit, like Zoom. I watched a lot of Zoom. Like.
That was like an educational show or something?
That's all we had was PBS. So I didn't.
And now it doesn't even exist anymore.
Ugh,
they got rid of it.
I know. So,
well, to be fair, PBS is where I discovered Pink Floyd's The Wall. It was on TV late one night. I'd never seen the movie. I knew the album, obviously, but I had never seen the movie before. And I remember I was a sophomore in high school, and it was on PBS one late at night, and I was so transfixed by it.
Oh, yeah. They did such good documentaries. But the only way that I knew Ninja Turtles was that I happened to have got gifted an NES when I was small.
Okay.
And it came with the Ninja Turtles game. So the only thing that I knew about Ninja Turtles was how badly that video game pissed me off.
Oh, like the original one, like we have to like swim and stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, I never got anywhere.
I made it to the Technodrome once. Yeah, that was a big deal. My friend Brian Riley and I stayed up all night when we were in elementary school, and we just kept playing the game over and over and over again until we got there. We didn't beat it, but it was one of those nights that I just like is forever burned into my memory, because he was also the same dude. We had there was like kids in my neighborhood were all my age, and we would all play Star Wars, or we would play Ghostbusters. And then when Ninja Turtles became really popular, I kind of said, hey, like, I think we're going to start playing Ninja Turtles. And it was like that moment where, like, he didn't want to be my friend anymore. And I remember my mom thinking, like something was wrong with me, because I was, like, pacing. Because I was weighing the options of, was it worth making the move to Ninja Turtles? And, like, the way I see it as a little kid is, you ever see, like, those pictures of John F. Kennedy where, like, he's, like, heavy as the head that wears the crown when he's, like, weighing the Cuban Missile Crisis? Like, it's just him standing looking out the window. That's me, but with Ninja Turtles. You know? Finally, he came around, and we stuck with Ninja Turtles, but... yeah,
it was a risky move.
It was a risky move. It was a lateral move that really could have upset the entire ecosystem of that neighborhood in Marlton, New Jersey.
Wow.
So yeah, sorry. So you had the game.
Yeah.
You have brothers though, right?
Not until I was a lot older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My first brother was born when I was 10. The next one when I was 18. So we we don't. Yeah,
All right,
I was basically an only child.
Okay, because like a lot of people I know knew them just through cultural osmosis.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, definitely.
But it's never really gone away. Like there's always been a new iteration of these characters throughout the last 40 years, which is crazy. Because I don't think I remember the shit from when I was a kid, and I'll always have a soft spot on that. And you look back at the cartoon now, and you're like, oh, it's so cheesy or whatever. But like, there was like a live action TV show where they introduced like a girl turtle, and then there was the Michael Bay produced 2 movies, and then there was the one that came out like 2 years ago that Seth Rogen wrote, that Paul Rudd was in, and Ice Cube was in. But yeah, so it's always just been a thing. But what really strikes me about this movie is how gritty it is.
Oh, yeah. Totally not what I was expecting. I mean, I feel like I probably saw it when I was younger on VHS, but I haven't seen it in such a long time. And, like, not to be that person, but, like, the cinematography
was great.
Like, it really blew me away. Like, the shots were very clearly, like, well thought out, planned.
Well, a lot of stuff came from the comic, too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of shots were directly, like, the shot where Shredder is entering into the thing and the long shadows there, that's straight out of the comic,
you know? So good, yes.
You said about the VHS, so, again, something that's burned into my brain was I watched the VHS tape so many times that we wore it out, but it would start with a Pizza Hut commercial of a kid, and it's like, I play right field, it's important, you got to know how to catch, you got to know how to throw, that's why I play in right field, way out where the dandelions grow. And that's forever burned into my head, is this commercial of this kid who plays out in right field or whatever, because then no balls will ever come to him, and then one gets hit to him and he catches it, and then everybody cheers and he goes to get pizza.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I miss all the old ads in front of the VHS tapes.
Yeah, like Batman used to have the one with the Diet Coke commercial where Alfred's calling for a Diet Coke. Yeah, and then there was like a Looney Tunes thing where you can order from the catalog, but like all that shit used to be on all the tapes beforehand. Like, remember Disney used to have like the stay tuned for previews after the feature and stuff like that.
Yes.
But yeah, the cinematography you were talking about. Sorry, I had a nostalgia-gasm there for a second. Yeah, it's well shot. It's and they did a lot with the little budget that they had.
Yeah, they did. Oh my God, I was not expecting to see it, like downpour, rain, fire, breaking glass, collapsing ceilings. Yeah. Oh my God! Like, there's so much stuff in there. And
you got to imagine in those suits too, how difficult that has to be.
Oh man.
Because and you look at it and you go, okay, they're kind of at this point, but I still think they look great. Like, I think it's honestly the best they've ever looked in live action. And it's that great combination of the person inside the suit, the voice actor, and the Jim Henson animatronics of it. It creates like an actual character. It's like, we can build this movie around 4 turtle men, and it doesn't become like, oh, well, that's too much, It's, I don't know. Can you tell I love this movie?
Yes, I can tell, which is why it was really fun to watch with you.
And that none of the references land with you anymore.
Yeah, which one? What was the big one that I missed?
Moonlighting was the one you didn't get. But there's like Jose Canseco, Moonlighting, what was the Mike Tyson. There's like a lot of very 1990 references in this movie that I was like, oh, that's not going to translate at all. But as we're watching it, I was like, fuck, I want to go there. I want to be in that like gang warehouse thing with fucking video games and skateboarding and the fucking Artful Dodger or whatever the hell that was, and then just the costume design. I liked that it felt like real. Like, if everything felt like it had weight to it, which you don't see with a lot of these kind of kid movies and superhero movies anymore, is everything is very clean. This one feels like, the sewers had weight to them and everything. So, yeah.
The costumes and like the
nipples.
There was lots of nipples in this movie, which I enjoyed and appreciated.
I liked Judith Hoag. She was the first April. And then there was another April in the next 2 movies. I liked the first one better. I liked that she had freckles and frizzy hair. Like, she looked like a lady. Like, she didn't look like a supermodel or something like that, Yeah. Although in the comics, she's originally kind of an ethnic origin that you don't ever really get. So she's either black or Hispanic. You know, and they changed it a lot, but he was originally drew her to look like the girl he was dating at that time. So everybody got all mad in the last one. They made her black, and I was just like, but that's how it was in the comic. Like, what are you talking about? You know? Whatever.
Well.
You don't ever need to see part 2.
Okay.
It has Vanilla Ice in it.
Oh dear.
Wow. I did a review on edibles where I explained the movie to Mets who hadn't seen it. And I'm high as shit. And then part 3 I got up and walked.
That I will see.
Yeah. Part 3 I got up and walked out of.
Oh shit.
1993 I got up and walked out of it and went into the arcade and waited for my mom to pick me up because I was like, this sucks.
Oh no. What a shame.
2 I remember leaving and like everybody loved it and I hated it because at that point I was like, I knew the black and white comics, so I was like, this kid shit, man. There ain't no fucking truth in this art, you know? So I didn't like the like kitty tone to it. So I remember that was one of the there's only been the first 2 movies I ever remember walking out of and being disappointed was Masters of the Universe and Turtles 2. Other than that, I thought every other movie I ever saw was the best movie I ever saw because I was retarded.
Well, I think this one was fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved it. And like it really surprised me too, like the range of expressions that the faces could do. Like there was a grimace when Donatello was in pain, and I was like, I mean, they just don't put that much effort into things these days.
This was the highest grossing independent film from 1990 to 1999. When
does not surprise
Blair
me.
Witch came out, no studio wanted this movie. Everybody's like, that's the dumbest title ever. No one ever wants this. So Golden Harvest, who did Kung Fu movies, teamed up with New Line Cinema, who, you know, was best known at that point for Freddy Krueger, you know. But this was a massive financial boom. The director did a lot of stuff for like Michael Jackson back in the day. Elia Koteas, who plays Casey Jones, always been one of my favorite actors. I love seeing him in things over the years. He's incredible in Zodiac. I think that's David Fincher's masterpiece. Yeah, I don't know. Robbie Rist as Michelangelo, Corey Feldman as Donatello,
which is hilarious.
His angels.
With his angels. Oh my god. I did a deep dive recently on Corey Feldman and all his. I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
What was going on.
He's a fucking weirdo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's the comeback king.
Oh.
Did you ever see that song?
No.
Oh, it's awful. Oh my god.
Oh no.
I had in 2003. I think I've told this story a million times. We were brought out to LA to be part of a think tank for Dimension Films at the time, and they were like, if you could get, you know, anybody to be in your movie, who would you want in your movie? And I was like joking around, I was like, I want Corey Feldman, I want Dee Snider, and I want Rudy Ray Moore. And they set up meetings with all 3 of those people, and the project never like went through, but we got to have this weird ass meeting with Corey Feldman, Rudy Ray Moore, Don the Bishop Magic Wand. Do you know who that is?
God,
the
no.
world's most famous pimp.
No.
He was in Old School at P.F. Chang's in Studio City, and it was one of the most surreal experiences I've ever had in my entire life, because I'm this fucking little dork from South Jersey, and I'm looking around like, what the fuck, where am I doing here? Like, how did this happen, you know? And then we got sent home early because my best friend at the time decided that he was going to live that LA party life and kept getting us in trouble.
Oh,
so, and I didn't go out. I was engaged at the time. And we got sent home, and I had to go back to work at the movie theater after being like, later, dickholes, I'm going to Hollywood.
Oh no.
Thug life. Yeah, and then I had to come back like, hey everybody, I'm back.
Oh no. I can only imagine.
Yeah, that sucked. But
what was it like being in the same room with Corey Feldman?
He's very... So this was the same week that we met with him was the week that Quentin Tarantino was talking about Friday the 13th and said that, oh, if you ever made one, how would you do it? And he said, oh, I'd bring back Corey Feldman's character from those movies. So Corey Feldman started going on shows like, oh, I'm going to do the new Friday the 13th movie. And oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Where are my keys?
Oh no.
Oh no. It's dark and I'm afraid of you. You're a pervert.
I am.
Mm-hmm. All right. We said that we were talking earlier about these Instagram reels of people, like women who are being like harassed by men or like being like kidnapped or something like that. There's like a hand signal that they do and that people should know that to like rescue them. And I said that I don't get it right, so I keep no one saves me because I keep trying to do the Macarena, and that's why I keep getting raped.
Yes, Newt is currently kidnapped, and he's doing this against his will. Somebody save him.
Yeah, I know. I blink like Morse code, you know. Again, we said that all they hear on the phone is "quit crying, you're just making me hornier." I don't need this, man. I have feelings. I'm a grown man who waxed philosophical about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't need some middle-aged prostitute.
Look, I mean, these are your life choices.
I could have not communicated with you.
Yeah, that was a choice.
And now we're friends. Well, we saw, what did we see last week?
Oh my god. Oh, Carnival of Souls.
We saw Carnival of Souls, yes. And I didn't do a review. I think you were a little bit too turned on being so close to me.
I mean...
Yeah, you know, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to give the wrong impression. So I walked away.
Yeah, I don't think I could have done that.
Oh, man. That's a good movie, though.
It was really
good. But yeah, so I try to drag whoever will come to the movies with me, and you are clearly a big fucking loser, as you've now made it
And next week, too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we are. We're seeing Honey Don't. Yes. Which I'm very excited for because I have a real thing for, what's her, Quatley? Margaret Quatley?
Oh, I don't know her.
She's from Substance and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and stuff like that. And Aubrey Plaza. And her husband just died, so I might have a chance.
Listen,
hey, you know, I'm bummed like Lindsay Lohan turned her life around. I was like, oh, fuck. Missed my opportunity.
Yeah.
I was like, there was a time when Fergie was like super on like meth and stuff like that. I was like, fuck, if I only knew. If I only knew, I would have had my chance.
Newton is home for wayward women.
Yep. That's one of the first things I said to you.
It is.
Was I was collecting my wayward women. But, you know, they're all one touch and they just lose it. I don't know. It's just powers that I have.
I mean,
with great power comes great responsibility. But so thank you for the Donatello.
You're welcome.
And thanks for coming to hang out. Is there any final thoughts on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I would totally watch it again.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm
so
most likely gonna see it 100 more times in my life. But again, it just reminds me like kids movies didn't have to be like stupid. When I was like nowadays you got to make like the Minions where they're like farting and like, you know, to a Kesha song or something. But now it's just like, oh, you could have done like this cool like thing where it deals with like real emotions for little kids, because I feel like it's important for little kids to understand how to process emotions by seeing emotions, you know. And so, but again, I have a cat, so I don't.
Yeah, right.
And you saw me having a 15-minute argument with her.
This is true.
Yeah, we just stand there and argue with each other, and she talks back to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
She does. She doesn't like what you have to say.
Well, it's because she's very conservative.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a Trumper.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
But all right, cool. So that's it. You can get out of my car now.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, so that's the 35th anniversary of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. I can't believe it's been 35 fucking years already. But then again, Batman came out in 89, and I remember that one as clear as day, where I saw it every time I saw it. I saw that one a lot of times. That and Jurassic Park, I think, were like the most I'd ever seen any movies in the theater. So they're like, people would be like, why do you keep coming back here? Like, get a fucking hobby, kid. Like, collect stamps. You know, get a girl pregnant. I don't know.
I mean, look.
Yeah. Hey, what was I watching? Oh, I don't remember what I was watching recently, but it was like this dude was like talking to this little kid, like the little kid, and he's like, "What's the problem?" He's like, "Got a girl pregnant." He's like, "How's it impossible?" But yeah, so I don't know. This is one of my favorites, and it hits me in this very nostalgic spot where I remember having the cassette tape of the soundtrack, and the guys in Partners in Crime followed me on Twitter because I knew all the lyrics to TURT Power. Yeah, I don't know. It has MC Hammer on the thing, so it was a big one for me when I was growing up, and as I get older, I go like, man, I wish I could go back and do that shit over again, and do it right this time. Never lead myself into these places that would put me in a car with a stranger.
With nefarious intent.
Well, yeah, that's why I brought my rape whistle. And my mace. Not the spray. It's one of those like things you spin like from the Middle Ages.
Oh my god.
That'd show her.
That would.
Who's your favorite turtle?
Oh, favorite turtle. Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, I don't know. I can't pick.
Mine was always Donatello. And I was a little bit of Raphael too because he has anger issues, and as you know, I'm a very angry person.
Oh, yeah.
Who has a very hard time, with his emotions.
Yeah, you never know what to set him off.
And that's like a hair trigger too. I'm rough. Well, I guess if you look on certain places on Reddit, I'm a monster. Anybody who really knows me is like, that fucking dude. All right, so I guess you'll be on the next movie that we're gonna make. I guess, if we have you.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're working on Fallon's movie now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, just for the one shoot.
Yeah.
But
I know, but fun. Yeah, I try to spend as little time with her as possible.
Yeah. It shows.
Well, you've seen our interactions with each other. We fucking just bicker with each other constantly.
Oh my god, it's very amusing. It makes for great BTS footage.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, in that isn't when I turn my head.
Oh, I mean, look.
Hey, inside jokes are fun. But all right, so that's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 35 years ago. I'm a sad old man. And maybe but people are gonna watch this video and be like saying really mean shit about you, so you just have to be prepared for that.
Oh, it's fine.
I mean, I'm good. I have like 20 different sock accounts. I'm gonna say really nasty shit about you.
That doesn't shock me.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that was so mean for that guy to say that. And then we'll do the Honey Don't one because it's got hot chicks making out. Yeah, so I'm who knows? Maybe I'll give you a chance.
Oh, okay.